The Hmong Wausau Festival is now the largest Hmong festival statewide for the year, every year. My husband makes fun of me all the time because he told me that I was the last person that he ever thought would want to live here in central Wisconsin, in Wausau. And I said, it's not about the place or the location. It's about the people. And I am just so blessed that here in central Wisconsin, we have rock stars here.
The state of Wisconsin, we have over 50,000 Hmong individuals, with Wausau being the highest per capita. The Hmong American Center originally was known as the Wausau Area Hmong Mutual Association. When it was established in 1983, it was established with the purpose to help members of the Southeast Asian community become self-sustainable, becoming contributing members of this community, and we continue to do so since then.
They were true pioneers to even create this nonprofit, to say, hey, let's put our brains together. What can we do? What can we provide, right, as a resource and a program that our community needs? That really changed from, immigrant refugee services and now has evolved to housing, food vouchers. Again, it's really basic needs on top of interpretation, all of these things that the first wave of refugees needed.
Giờ đó thà thà bên mong nào chế cụ tao mà bịa al bên lọ đó cái lằng ấy chế lu sơ cụ lo để bắt cụ biến đó nào chế chuẩn nhau và cho thế chuẩn nó để lẩu cho kia ít khó đó số tiền số bỏ nhung bom mà như nó chế nhau như tua mù thuần đó là hỗ trợ nhung đu nó chế bé và những bông xe để rồi trả.
Although they were not technically part of the army, their role is really crucial in ensuring the survival, the success of the United States Army. It is estimated that about 25% of all the Hmong men in Laos died as a result of war. That does not include the civilian casualty or the deaths that result from them leaving Laos to come to the United States.
There's still a piece of this organization that caters to the, the refugees or the immigrants that come over, that continue to come over from Thailand and Laos. That, I think, will never change. And then, of course, the elderly who've been here for 40 plus years, they still need that interpretation. So it's making sure that all of our community members, no matter what age they are, that they truly feel that they have a place of belonging.
Bây giờ có tổ plot cho xong sự mà tới lấy cú tu kênh mà cú tu bỏ đi à bây mù chẳng cơn gọi là giờ bây mua campaign cho lử ba nâng theo lử hai nâng là tua cho lúc tí chờ nó chỉ là tua tổ po xong là cho từ thiệt nè vì thế lúc tí chờ nó nhớ từ kỹ chơi kiến chế kiểu nó chỉ bây giờ nâng tí chỉ chơi tuần tao ấy sẽ là mà sừng phẳng sừng từ tua cơn tới ABC ấy sẽ là mà sừng tua cơn tới mong tí chờ nó chỉ có mất chắc nó lỏ nó chế bây giờ một sai là chế bây giờ mong tới thì chế nó nhận nó chế cho lò giờ cho chỉ tao tông tao.
When I came in as the executive director, first the youth program coordinator, and then the interim director, and then eventually the director, the center was on the verge of closing down. It was struggling with, it had a couple $1,000s in their account, had, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in debt. And I contemplated with the board every single day on whether we should close the organization and no longer have it operating. But as time went by, I started to realize how important it was. That's when the discussion about the Hmong Wausau Festival came into play. I mean, it was in a sense here reigniting the flames within all of us.
The Hmong Wausau Festival is now the largest Hmong festival statewide for the year, every year.
This is an opportunity for our Hmong athletes to come out and actually interact, compete opportunity to showcase their skills. We have dancing competitions where dance groups across the Midwest will come in to show off their clothing, show off their dance skills, etc. We have singing competitions. We have food vendors. We have merchandise vendors who sell their crafts. Kids entertainment for youth. We're the only Hmong festival in the entire country here that does fireworks, and we do that every night on the Saturday of that festival.
The Hmong culture is a really verbal culture. We don't have a lot of things written down. And so rightfully so, I think that's why the elders are feeling this, they're very scared of losing our culture and our language. I know there are stories about how forward-thinking our elders were because our clothing are actually representations of our trauma and our history as a way to document and also to keep our history alive. I think that it's very, very important that we teach our youth about that and that they recognize the trauma that came before them, again, so that it's not continued on. In order for that to happen, we need our Hmong associations and our nonprofits to exist to continue that work and education, that outreach. This is the first time in history that the Hmong American Center, the Hmong Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce, and that WACMA is all together in one location. 3 of the largest and most successful nonprofits in the state of Wisconsin are located centrally, right here together in the same building. We need to leverage that.